Oh my goodness, it is showtime. Hi everybody, how you doing? This is your pal here, Uncle Bruce. Welcome all to the program today. You have found the channel called Stock Markets with Bruce, and I'm Bruce. It's nice to have you here. I'm known as the old guy, 68 years of age, going to 100. Some days are easier than others, but so far so good. Feeling great. Great to be with you today. It is January the 10th, 2024. 10 days into the new year already. Unbelievable. Welcome to the program from wherever you are, Canada and the USA, all over the Caribbean, Latin America, South America, the UK, all of Europe, the Mideast, Africa, Asia. Welcome, everybody. And it's great to have you around. Those of you watching me from the road, those of you traveling right now, and you've caught me somehow. I don't know how, you've caught me. Nice to have you here. If you've been referred to me or somehow you've been told you should check this guy out. If you're a noob, you're a newbie here, welcome. All the new viewers. In the last month or two, we've added quite a number of new viewers to this show, this channel, and I'm forever grateful. It's great to have you. What I do is try to explain the markets in plain English to you. That's what I try and do. I try to not do the fancy gobbledygook words. I try not to, impress you with some Harvard and Princeton talk or anything like that, that I'm some kind of a financial know-it-all. That's not the case. My history is that when I turned, how old was I? Oh man, 23, 24 years old. I became a stockbroker in Canada, and I was a broker for a few years, and then I became a branch manager. I had already been a desk trader. I learned all the back office functions of a brokerage firm, so I knew how an order was written, executed, and handled and settled and everything else, whether it was a buyer or a seller. By the time I was 27 or so, I was a branch manager and vice president for a brokerage firm in Canada, in Calgary, Alberta. And I earned my chops doing that for a while. I ended up with a good buddy of mine, took a company public. We came up with a business idea, and I ended up taking a company public way back in this is 1990 now. Good Lord, how far ago is this? Oh my God, how many of you weren't even born yet? And I took a company public. Did that for a few years. We sold our public company off to another group of investors with a better business than what we had going, and took care of my investors, all the people who had invested in our little public corporation from pre-IPO to IPO and post. They all got looked after. They all did well. And I then got into mutual fund work a little bit, and then I ended up in the Cayman Islands. I ended up living in the Cayman Islands with my wife and daughter. So Jennifer Jr. and I did that for a few years. So I was an offshore asset manager there. That was an interesting gig. And then I became a consultant. I became an offshore asset consultant. And I did that for a number of years, working with a lawyer hand in hand to help guide investors legally through offshore investing and what have you. That was another interesting world. And then I came back to North America, and our daughter, we lived here in Palm Desert for a little while, and then we moved back to Calgary when our daughter entered university. And she's all past that now. She's 35 now. I'm getting ancient here. Oh my gosh. And so Jennifer and I now are traveling quite a bit now that COVID is over. And I was kind of retired up until about 7 years ago. I was kind of entering retirement, and then an opportunity presented itself where I thought, you know what you could do with yourself, Bruce? You got nothing better to do. Why don't you become a YouTuber? And that'll kill some time. And 2017, I launched Traveling with Bruce, my first channel on YouTube, Traveling with Bruce, TWB. That was a lot of fun, and I did that for about 3.5 years or so, and then COVID hit, and there was no traveling with anybody going on at that point. And so I created this channel, the Stock Markets with Bruce. It'll be 4 years this year in June. It's 3.5 years now. And I did a number of videos. Just once in a while, I put a video out, and I'm running my other channel, doing this channel. And then something happened. Something really quirky happened. I came across an article one day about GameStop and how there were 70 million shares shorted on GameStop when only 55 million shares could actually trade. So I'm thinking, from a regulatory point of view, and an ex-stockbroker and a branch manager and knowing back office operations of brokerage firms, I'm sitting here going, how is that possible? How can you have more shares shorted than can even trade? I don't know where the certificates are coming from to borrow certificates to carry a short position. It doesn't make any sense. But then again, this new world of ours doesn't make a lot of sense. And so things have changed that much that makes people like me go, I don't understand this anymore. The rules have changed. It's a whole new ballgame. Anyway, I did a video about the GameStop thing. The stock was $4.80 back in roughly June of 2020. And this is before the split and all that. That would be like the equivalent of $1.20 today, by the way. 480 at the time is like $1.20. And I kept coming out with GameStop videos maybe once a month or so. I bring out another one about this and that. Then I came across the Ryan Cohen story, how Ryan Cohen was buying up the shares of GameStop. And I thought, oh, this short squeeze, there's all this talk about a short squeeze on GameStop. It's going to happen. And sure enough, it took a few months. A lot of people thought it would happen instantly, but no. It took a little while to catch. And it did take off in December and then January of 2021. And at that time, I started going live to answer questions for folks curious about how the markets worked and how this was happening and why was this going on. And of course, the GameStop shares were running, and all kinds of craziness happened. If you've watched the movie Dumb Money, if you haven't watched the movie Dumb Money, I would recommend you do watch the movie Dumb Money. There's a flyer right there. What it looks like. You should watch this movie. This is fairly accurate from a few angles as to what was going on in January, February, March, April of 2021. This channel right here, I had 1,400 subscribers in December 2020. And in March 2021, I had 106,000 subscribers of this channel. Today, we're back to, 70-something, 71,000 or 72,000 subscribers. We attracted a lot of people who were just stuck at home, couldn't go to work, couldn't go traveling, couldn't go visit relatives, couldn't bet on sports games. We're bored to tears. We're following the markets, started trading stocks using these on platform accounts. And we're looking for places to go to find information, hot tips, what to do and all that stuff. And of course, I was getting a zillion questions from people who had no idea what they were doing. Where should I put all my money? I'm just going, oh my God, people are going to get badly hurt financially. The SEC isn't going to step in and save anybody here because they're toothless. They're on other tangents now, and they don't look after retail investors. They pander to the big investment houses because they've been bought off, and they'll say whatever they have to say, and they'll enforce whatever they have to enforce. And once in a while, they'll make an example of a small investor or a small whatever. Yeah, they'll do that little thing. But the big picture is starting in the 80s and the 90s, before many of the people in the SEC were born or doing anything to do with regulation, the business was already changing. And the people who are in the SEC today, it's not their fault. They're just continuing the road. They're going down the road they were put on when they got there. And back in the 80s, big investment banks were allowed to buy up all the mom and pop brokerage firms in Canada, the USA, and the world, and eviscerate them. And the big institutional banks were now the preferred player of the brokerage business as far as the SEC and regulators were concerned, because the big banks funded the political campaigns of congressmen and senators who were on banking committees overseeing the business, and they made sure that they put their favorite politicians into those slots. And anyone against SEC or anyone against the big banks were immediately eviscerated by other candidates. And so here we are. Take a look at the banking committees over the past number of decades and check out how many former congresspeople and senators are now key advisors to the banking business of America. Look at the secretary, the Treasury, Secretary of the Treasury. Look at the Fed chairman, the last several Fed chairmen. How many of those are Wall Street guys? It's a close shop, and it's good when you're at the top. It's great when you run the roost. Oh boy, you can make the rules and then get rich with them. But the small retail investor, and I'm talking today, if you don't have $1 million, if you don't have $1 million, you are nothing. You are a zip. You're zip. Nothing. Nothing. You don't count. There are firms out there that will not talk to you unless you can walk in the front door of an investment firm with at least $250,000 cash, and then assets beyond that. I mean, I've had people tell me this on my show and privately. Oh yeah, I walked in. I had a $300,000 account. They wouldn't talk to me because you're a nothing burger for these big firms, because they want to nail you 2% management fees and other fees, and 2% on $300,000 just isn't enough money. It's $6,000 a year. It's $500 a month. It's chump change. These guys, these top people at these outfits, the top people from Indiana Jones, the top people, they have a lifestyle you and I will never know. But I can tell you, it involves very expensive vehicles, very luxurious private aircraft, very luxurious multiple villas, houses around the planet, top universities for their kids, best clothing you can imagine, and the kind of money they can just engage in all kinds of whatever activities they want to engage in. And these folks need dollars, big dollars to come in. And so they're looking for trillions of dollars to manage, hundreds of billions to look after through their organizations, so that the money filters right to the very top 1% of these outfits. And that's why you don't generally see the top presidents of these institutions in public very much. They're very private people, and they have all their handlers and all their lawyers and all their spokespeople doing all their communicating for them. The only time they get called to the carpet is if Congress calls them in for a little chat. And that's a rare occasion, because unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to play this game, depending on which political party is in office, the bankers are hauled onto the carpet or they're not. And I'll let you decide, which parties are you talking about? The Communist Party? What are you talking about? In any event, it is what it is. What I do is I try to explain to you what's going on in the marketplace out there, and guide you away from making huge investment mistakes if I can. And the other thing we do here is a huge number of the viewers of this channel have become option writers. We are sitting here as a channel that is a super specialty niche channel. 99% of all the YouTubers out there talk about buying low, selling high, finding the stock that's going to the moon. If you go to Reddit and you go to Wall Street Bets and you go to any other chat room out there and go to podcasts and whatever, you will find a ton of experts in the market, whether they are day traders, they are just investment advisors, they are knowledgeable in various areas of the economy. They talk about, hey, this is a great company to look into, invest in this, or buy these hedge funds, or buy these ETFs, or buy this, or buy that. We don't do that. We talk here about, we celebrate here. How about this? We celebrate down days as much as up days. That's the difference between this channel and its followers and everyone else. When the markets go down, we're giddy. When the markets go up, we're giddy because viewers of this channel are doing option writing strategies that make them money no matter which way the market goes. It doesn't really matter. And that is the one thing that viewers of this channel have figured out. They can't explain to their friends and relatives what they do. So many viewers of this channel have had relatives and friends and former coworkers and current coworkers and golf buddies and fishing buddies and bridge club members and bowling friends. Anyone you've ever met, those of you out here who are watching me now and watching on the rerun, those of you out there who are through or are members of this and followers of this channel, many of you have been approached, maybe publicly in front of other relatives or privately on the side, where someone will say to you, listen, look, I'm kind of curious about something. I was talking to so-and-so, which is, a blabbermouth within your family of friends or relatives. And they said that you're following this channel on YouTube where this investment guy is telling you what you should look at investing into, and apparently it's working for you. It's something to do with like options and stuff, but it's different. And many of you have said, well, yeah, you're kind of right, but yeah, I mean, I follow a fellow on YouTube and others, but I follow this one guy named Uncle Bruce. We call him that. We gave him that handle. And yeah, I hang out with that guy every day. I watch his live show every day, and he has shown me and others a way to invest in the business, in the brokerage business, that all the institutions, the way they do it. He's kind of training me how to act like a hedge fund, like a mutual fund, a pension fund, an insurance company. Very large entities that handle a lot of money for a lot of clientele. And he's showing me how to conservatively, and that's the key word right there, conservatively write options on the markets, whether it's stocks or on indexes and everything else. And I'm learning more and more about the options business through him as I hang out with this guy and his followers, his viewers, because they're right there on the side of the screen. They're commenting, and it's a pretty good family of people. And I kind of like the community, and I like the vibe of the channel, and I'm learning. And I am quite I'm quite pleased with the fact that I'm not getting taken to the cleaners anymore when I buy a hot tip stock that someone told me about, and I find out later that I was one of the last guys to get in on this pyramid scheme, and I lost a bunch of money. I like the idea of writing options at prices up here and buying the contracts back down here, and knowing that time will alone could depreciate these contracts down to a much lower level, because contracts have a limited time frame in existence and then they're gone. I also like the idea of being able to roll my investments over. So if a contract isn't working out the way I want it to, I can roll it over into another contract. And this is when your relatives go, what? And your friends and go, huh? And you've desperately tried. I know it. You've told me you have desperately tried to get the friend or investor, an associate that is losing all kinds of money in the market. They're just terrible at investing, or they've had a win and they went from like $30,000 to $100,000, and now they're back to $80,000, and they're losing this money, or they inherited money from aunt whatever and grandma so and so whatever, and they're blowing it, and they got laid off at work, and they were given a severance, and they're not putting that money to work. So many people out there, so many of you, that could really use this channel's knowledge to better themselves. And you've desperately tried to get them here, and it just doesn't work. You've heard every excuse. You've heard every excuse why they won't come through here. And one of them is, well, I just don't have the time. And you're sitting there going, you don't have the time. What are you talking about? You got laid off. you're not working. You're drinking all day long. You're watching porn all the time. You're playing with your dog. You got time. You just don't have the motivation. You just don't have the gumption to want to take control of your life. And this is human interaction and human behavior 101. This is not anything new. This is the way it is. How many people have you known in your lifetimes that have had everything in their hand, everything given to them in the palm of their hand, and instead of scooping water like this, they scoop water like this, and then they blame the world for the fact that they can't scoop water very well? How many? I know. Look at how many people are watching me right this second on this channel. I've been yapping for 20 minutes? There's 166 people here. That's it. 166. You go to other YouTube channels where they're day traders are doing pre-trading right now, and they're hyping up this stock and they're hyping up that stock and blah, blah, blah. They got hundreds more viewers than I have because they've got gamblers over there. They got folks who are in dire straits. They think they're smart. They think they're smarter than the market. They think they know everything. They just are convinced that, oh yeah, buying and selling stock. Kids play. I can do that. On this channel, we respect the other side of our trade. We write contracts knowing that when we do that, when we write 10 call options, or we write cash secured puts, or we put on a credit spread, we are completely aware of the fact that the buyer or seller on the opposite side of our trade might know more than we know in investing, in life, in options knowledge, whatever. We acknowledge that because around here, none of us think we're the smartest people on the street. We just know what we know. We know what we're pretty convinced that options work in a certain way. They have a certain pattern to them. And we take advantage of the clock and put it into our court. We'll give up knowledge. We'll give up superiority in experience to the other player in the options market that's opposite us. But what we take instead is we take the knowledge that when we write an option contract that has, say, 6 weeks left to live, 42 days or so from now, that contract expires and it's over. And the time that one little thing we call a superpower makes us money more often than anything else. We just make money being the very smart and savvy writer of a contract, knowing this sucker is running out of time. And the underlying security that we've written the contract against has got to really, really do something dramatic in a limited time frame. And every week that goes by, the time frame shrinks out and the stock or the index runs out of time. And inevitably, we have seen this happen so many times on this channel, where people write options and they get out of their position with a week or two left to go in that contract's life, and it's a fraction of what they sold it for. They've moved on to another contract trade, and that stock or whatever that option was written against has a really good week the next week, 1 week too late for the option player that was against you, because they ran out of time. And this has happened a zillion times. And on all these other YouTube channels and the Patreon channels and these what other platforms you folks are following, and I can't rattle them off because I'm old. I don't know this stuff. But there are a lot of people out there who talk about buying and selling options, buying low, selling high, looking for the lottery ticket payoff. These are the folks that are getting taken to the cleaners by the pros on the other side of their trade. And what they don't realize, and what you realize, is that you have joined the group of people that write options that know the most about the market, because you are doing what serious, heavily funded institutional investors are doing. You are doing exactly the same trades that these guys are doing, just in your demographic. You might be writing 5 or 10 or 20 contracts, 50, 100. These specialists over here are doing thousands of contracts, and they're in and out a lot quicker, and they have billions of dollars of backup to reassess their investments. They have got advisors everywhere. They've got some of these guys are trading in front of 15 computer screens. They've got 3 advisors sitting behind them. They've got phones ringing off the hook. They have AI sophisticated programs telling them to get in, get out, do this, do that. It's a whole other world. All right. They're in a pressure cooker of unimaginable proportions. You folks who watch me here casually or intently, you have probably got one of these. You likely have a laptop, a desktop, an iPad, and you guys buy and sell contracts when you see fit from wherever you physically happen to be. You do not necessarily have to be at your house all day long in front of a monitor to watch the markets. You don't have to be. And this is the great liberator that many of you figured out that, oh my God, this is the greatest job I've ever had. I get to walk my dog in the park just down the street and let my dog do its business. And I can watch the market on one of these on my 15 different contract positions, or 5 or 1 or whatever I'm into. And if I want to listen to Uncle Bruce, I just collect my earpiece into this thing, and I rerun the show from this morning or yesterday, or I watch his pre-market show, or I rewatch his primetime live Wednesday night shows for Gold Bagel members only, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. Hey, whatever works for you. Many of you out there have taken me with you on holidays to Mexico, to Hawaii, to Europe, to you name it. Or just, the next state over to go see your brother, your sister, your whatever. You're in business all the time. You don't work for anybody anymore. And that's the other thing that's been happening around here. And as I said, for those of you who have changed your lives dramatically by following me the last 2 years, where you don't work anymore for anybody. And at first your family thought, oh, that's cute. That won't last. The tail will be between the legs as soon as they blow out their money, and they'll go back to work in the same schlep job they had before. And you haven't. You haven't gone back to the office. You haven't gone back to the warehouse. You haven't gone back to do this. You are a full-time asset manager managing your assets, and you are becoming a prolific option writer. And relatives of yours and friends and others have come to you and said, hey, look, at first I thought this was just a little, a little fad you were getting into. It's a little thing you were doing, because you've done that. You tried to play the trumpet when you were a kid and it didn't work out. And then you thought you'd be a professional golfer and that didn't work out. And then you thought you'd do this, and now you've been doing this trading stuff with this guy. Are you still doing that? Yes, I am, you say. And they look at you differently now. And some of your relatives now take you seriously, very seriously, because you're driving a nicer car than you've ever driven before. You are comfortable in your skin that they've never noticed before. How you handle yourself, how calm you are about where you're at with your life. Your stress level is clearly lower. It's evident by how you carry yourself. Your family, your interaction with your children, your interaction with your pals, your marriages, whatever. It's all knowable. It's seeable. You can't hide it. It's obvious. And every time the family gets together, every few months, July 4th and Thanksgiving and Christmas time and Easter and a birthday and a wedding, and the people see you. They see you once in a while, and they look at you and go, something's different about you. What are you? Are you on a diet or something? Like, are you working out? Like, what is it? I can't put my finger on it, but something's different. And you remind them, well, the only change in my life, a year ago, I quit my job, and I'm self-employed now. I just look after my own assets. I have a side gig. I have a side hustle. How many videos have you been exposed to, by the way? How many commercials do you guys get when you watch YouTube videos? where you get this, hey, you want to make $100 a day watching commercials? You want to make $200 a day doing this? Hey, you want to make $1 million a year? How many side hustles are you being exposed to by, I don't know how many thousands of promoters for all kinds of side gigs, to get, to make you extra money on the side. And at the end of the day, it costs you thousands of dollars in costs to get into the side hustle. It costs you thousands of dollars in inventory and equipment. And then you figure out that what you want to be doing, you might need certain machinery, which you'll have to put in your garage to operate. And then you find out that your little town or city wants you to have a business permit, and it's impossible. You just go, these are BS. They're bunk. There's no way I can do that. What you're doing here is wherever you happen to be, and you don't need to buy anything really. Did you need to buy a printing press? Did you need to buy a new vehicle to do option trading? No. You have everything you need. You got internet at your house? That's all. Maybe it's a higher speed internet you'll get. Great. You have one of these? Who doesn't? I mean, really? And you can get these for free, depending on what phone you get and what phone company you're dealing with. Who doesn't have a laptop? Who doesn't have access to that? This business that we talk about here, you can get into for just the capital you want to put to work. Now, there's the trick for some of you. It requires you to reorganize your life on a number of levels. And I commend so many of you out there who have really made difficult choices to get to an option writing level. You've had to figure out what the hell options are. You've had to tolerate this channel. You've taken classes that I've made. You've maybe had a one-on-one with me to kind of go over your economic situation and what assets you have and what you have been doing and where you're at. Some of you have been forced to make the move because you got laid off, you got kicked out, whatever the changes at your working life. Some of you have voluntarily taken early retirement. You've found me and you hung up with me a while, and you've been offered early retirement at your employer, and you took it and ran because of what you can do here. You have had to reorganize all your assets. You've had to reorganize everything. You had too much crap in the garage. You had other assets underperforming. It took months and months to do it, and you needed the impetus and the push to get to that level, and you found it here. And I commend all of you, no matter how you found me and how you've adjusted your lives to do what you're doing here. This took guts, and this took motivation. This took determination, drive. You are absolutely looking in the mirror and saying, the time has come to make me better. And I commend you for it, because 9 out of 10 out there will not do it. They won't even go to step one. How many people, 90% of the world, are just so locked into misery. They don't believe they can get out of it. And so they're just used to being miserable and hating their jobs, hating their coworkers, knowing their career is crap, knowing they have a ceiling over a ceiling over a ceiling with zero upside. They're in a messy life situation, whatever it is. 9 out of 10 won't even start. And those of you who have and have stuck with it, you've come down to the highway here. And some of you now have been with me for, it's going to be 3 years this January. Well, the end of this month, it'll be 3 years. And you're still here. And you're writers of options, bringing in income. And your lives have dramatically changed in many, many ways. Cash flow, increased cash flow, can change a lot of things in a person's life. Frame of mind, self-confidence, just security, lower blood pressure, lower heart rate, calmer demeanor, having additional cash coming in and knowing it's coming and knowing how to get additional cash when an emergency pops up. Oh, that's a good feeling. That is a really good feeling. And then there are those of you who have become really successful in writing options. And it's super exciting. It's exciting for me. I cannot tell you how motivated I am all the time. It's just great to hear from you folks, to do these one-on-ones with you guys, and also to be here every day on this show. And once in a while, get to meet some of you in person. It's just a thrill. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a big motivator for me. And Jennifer, to see this channel just plug along month after month, year after year, we're still on the air from 2020 to now. How many financial channels have disappeared from existence since 2020? Many, many of them, and very few left from those heydays of COVID, the COVID days. It's amazing how it's gone through. So thank you all for being followers of this channel, popping in here today as a newbie, or this week or this month. Stick around and hang out with us. The markets are going to open in about 9 minutes, and we'll see just where things are at. The story this morning that I did a video on, if you don't know, is I did a video this morning that delayed this show because Sofi apparently has done some layoffs. Sofi has announced, or hasn't announced it, but they are apparently doing layoffs. And I'm going to assume that if the layoffs are as we are hearing through the grapevine and through Reddit and through postings, social media postings, if this number of a 7% layoff is true, if that's accurate, then we might be talking up to 300 people being let go at Sofi. Now, I don't believe it's because the company is losing money, can't find anyone to make a deposit, doesn't want to borrow money from them, doesn't like their credit cards. It's none of that. The layoffs that I am hearing about and that are being discussed out there are to do mainly with what they call engineering type jobs, which means software creators, IT people. Because let's face it, Sofi, the company, is a fintech bank. They are an IT machine. Out of the 4,000 employees, whatever the number is, 4,200, how many of them are in the IT kind of things? Artificial intelligence, software writing, this type of area, most of them. And so to have 300 people being let go because they merged with that company 6 months ago, they merged with that company 8 months ago, they took over that company 2 years ago, they are eliminating redundant positions. They are letting go some junior people that were interns and got their start there, but are not going to be there long term. That could be it. I don't have the actual specific info, but you know what I'm talking about. This is a nothing burger. If it were a 35% layoff, that's another matter. Now we're talking about cutting to the bone down there, the staff numbers. Something bad is going on, or something didn't work out, or something's being eliminated, or they're backing off a different part of banking. That's not happening at all. That's just not happening. So keep in mind, when a company does layoffs, generally speaking, all right, it's good for the stock. Almost immediately, it's good for the stock because it's showing the shareholders and investment community at large, who are just aware of Sofi, but they're not in it. It's telling these folks, you may want to take a good look at us as an investment opportunity, because we, Sofi, are watching every dime and nickel and dollar around here. And we're not going to have hundreds of millions of dollars in salaries go out unnecessarily. We're going to be as smart with our staff as other well-run companies out there that from time to time must let people go. It is part of the corporate world. It's not personal. It's just business. Now, there are some folks on Reddit and other platforms who have been speculating that if the number is 300 or so being let go, the mathematics that they are coming up with tells them that the corporation, after the first quarter of this year, which will cover the layoffs and the severances and so on. The second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, for the rest of this year, these folks are guesstimating that the company could earn 5 cents a share more in profits for the balance of the year per quarter. That's 15 cents a share for the year added earnings on top of whatever earnings we have been hearing about that have been speculated about. And that's where it gets interesting, because SoFi has never made a profit before. The fourth quarter that we just finished 10 days ago was apparently a profitable quarter. We find out on the 29th of January, in 19 days, Monday pre-market on the 29th, we find out what the fourth quarter numbers were. During the day, however, they're going to have their conference call, and then Anthony Noto is going to be in front of television cameras all day long. He'll talk to the Wall Street Journal. He'll talk to the New York Times. He'll talk to the Washington Post. He'll talk to any other financial entity out there, any other public entity, to discuss the rest of the year, 2024. How does it look now? Because you made money last quarter. How much money are you going to make now? Are you going to continue to make more? Yes, we are, he'll say. We are going to continue to make more money. Every quarter, it'll be more. It'll be more. It'll be more, because we are a growing bank. But with these layoffs, it's possible he might be able to lift his forecasts for 2024 even higher. Now, what I'm waiting for, as an observer on the outside looking in, what analysts out there who cover this company, like Deutsche Bank, like BMO, Barclays, the outfit that made a downgrade last week, these 12, 15 analysts out there who've put out projections, they may all have to revise their projections. And they're all waiting. I know what they're waiting for. They're waiting for the 29th. They're waiting for the company to officially release the financials and officially guesstimate what they think 2024 will be like. It's from that they will then reassess, if they do anything, they'll reassess their forecasts and target prices for the stock. By the time these morons get around to doing that, between now and then, we may have the shares already rise to $10, $11, and $12 a share. It might already move that far up, because the street out there, investors, can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and they can buy the stock now and not wait for the 29th. They don't have to wait for that day to make a move. There may well be buyers of this stock over the next 2 weeks getting in here a lot quicker than people who want to get out. Because why do you want to sell SoFi the week before they're about to announce their first ever quarterly profit? What are you, stupid? If I were your stockbroker in 1985, because you had to have a stockbroker in 1985, and you'd be calling me and I'd be talking to you about SoFi, I would be on the phone this morning, all morning at my office, and I would be calling my top 50 clients. I'd be getting a hold of all of them. I would have already had photocopies made of the Dow Jones wire release, if there was one, about the layoff story. I would have those photocopied. I'd have them in envelopes with my business card attached to them. This would have been my assistant doing this. And we would have had our runner. We had in those days in the office, I would have had a young person, like an intern, that delivered envelopes all over downtown by foot. And all my downtown-based clients, my top 50, would have all received this letter by 9 in the morning at their office. Their receptionists or their personal secretaries would have this personal note from me, and they'd be opening it when they're having their morning coffee, and they would be looking at a press release about SoFi. And on the bottom of the note, I would put a little handwritten note, "I'll call you later." And that way they would just go, he's on it. Bruce is on it. I don't have to call him. I heard from a friend of mine at the coffee machine, SoFi's laying off people. Well, I got this envelope from Bruce this morning. He's on it. He's calling me. He'll call me later. So obviously it's not so urgent that I have to talk to him this second. He's on it. He'll call me later. I can relax. And so my top 50 clients would be looked after and would be calm and would be controlled. Whereas around my office, when I was a stockbroker, there'd be 50 other brokers around who were totally dysfunctional, didn't know what the hell they were doing, had no idea how to talk to a client, would panic at the slightest drop of a pin, and they wouldn't do any of this stuff. And their phones would be ringing off the hook with panicked clients wondering what the hell's going on with my Sofi. And they wouldn't have the answers, or they would say one thing to one customer, say another thing to another because they were uninformed. It's all in who you work with. It's as simple as that. Anyway, that was 1985. That was 75. That was 65. That was 1990. But after the 90s into the 2000s, you found that brokerage firms are offering you $9.99 a trade, do your own trading, and all this crap. And now it's all on one of these devices. You don't talk to anybody anymore, and no one talks to you. Nobody calls you from Schwab. No one calls you from Merrill Lynch. Nobody calls you from any financial institution where you've left your money. No one's calling. No one's going to call. And it's only going to get quieter and quieter and quieter. You have answers? Questions you want answers to? Go to the frequently asked questions section of the brokerage site. That's where you're going to get your answers, because you're not getting any help from a human being. You're not big enough. You got $5 million? Yeah, we'll give you. Yeah, you'll get a call for sure. Yeah, you'll get a call. But you don't have $5 million going around, you're not getting a call from anybody. And there you go. Larry Titus, I want to say thank you, sir. We're open for trading. The bells have been rung by Larry Titus. Thank you, my friend. The markets are up and running. Let's see what's going on. How much richer are viewers of this channel going to get today? I'm kind of fun. Anyway, there you have it, everybody. Uncle Bruce, what is the story on the layoffs? Joe Oliver, Olivia wants to know. You could watch my video. I did a 4-minute video this morning that tells you about it. Or you could watch the rerun of this show. But safe to say, it's just a rumored 7% of the staff, but we're not sure if it's 7% of the entire staff, or is it 7% of the software engineering staff? That would then only be 100 people versus 300 people. We don't have an official announcement that I'm aware of anywhere yet on any official site regarding Sofi. There's nothing in the press releases, and I don't see a story anywhere here at the moment. I got nothing. 833 last trade from what I can glean from this market for Sofi shares. That's all I know there. We're going to fire up my good old telephone here and just see what the market is showing us. We have the Dow up 51 points. Rocket Lab down a penny. AI down a penny. Does that tell you what's going on? GameStop up off 15 cents. We got Sofi at 836 right now, indicating a 7-cent gain at 838, pardon me. 1.6 million volume, very quiet. That is not a massive opening at all. If we were at 10, 12 million, that would mean something. But 1.5 million shares, 1.6 million, I don't think so. Good morning, everybody, and welcome all to popping in. Joe, thank you for popping in. Check the vid, give it a thumbs up, give this show a thumbs up. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Great to have you here. Thank you, all of you who are here. 37 Rocco, retirement in T-minus 9 months. I got to learn to earn. Right on, buddy. Way to go, pal. Welcome to the channel. Think about becoming a member of this channel. We'd love to have you join us. Justin, I am thumbs up 105, Bruce. This is awesome. Rocco, is your promo still on? Yes, it is. I forgot to pop it up. I apologize. Yes, you can get 5 classes for the price of 4 for my how to learn how to write options. There are 17 in total. Grab the first 5 right there. Make a donation to the PayPal account. The link is down below. And then send me a private email right here, brucefarman@hotmail.com. And just let me know, Uncle Bruce, I've just sent you $599.99 US to your PayPal account. These are the 5 classes I would like, and then just rattle off the 5 you want. Whether you just want to see the first 5 or whether you're trying to complete some gaps in the classes you've already watched, you let me know. And we'll get you the links after I'm off the air here. And away we go. And hopefully we can help you make some money out there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Uncle Bruce, do you offer any discounts if I buy all the classes at once? I'm thinking I'm going to use my tax return to purchase everything. If you're doing that, you're going to get, you can do the $5.99 3 times, and that'll get you 3 classes for free. And then you just do the 2 singles. I've had a number of people do this whenever I do these specials. So yeah, you'll save $450 on the cost of all 17 classes. Just do your mathematics. $5.99.99 times 3 plus $300, and you're good to go. Fire it off to YouTube and just tell me, Bruce, I've sent you this much dough. Send me everything, and we'll get them all to you. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here, asking these questions. I love you. We have to go now. Member only on the comments section. We're open now, and this channel is now welcoming any and all of you to join this channel at your leisure. We'd love to have you become a member of this channel, whether you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member for $10 a month, or whether you're a Gold Bagel member, $25 a month. You get to comment during the show, during the market hours. You also get to join me every morning before this show even starts as a member of the Gold Bagel Trade Alert Show. And Wednesdays, tonight, Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, every Wednesday night, you can join us prime time live with Uncle Bruce, 7 o'clock Eastern time, only for Gold Bagel members. There are a bunch of perks there. I also come up with trade tips that I only send out to Gold Bagel members on private videos. And I would, I can, boldly say, I don't want to be a show off or anything, but look, if I'm going to give you a trade tip on how to write options, maybe an iron condor or a credit spread, or do a cash secured put transaction, I can pretty well tell you that the kind of trade I'm going to throw at you, even if you do one contract, you're going to make more than $25 profit. Likely make more than $300 profit if you're going to write 3 or 5 or 10 contracts. You'll make much more than that. That's a whole year of being a Gold Bagel member. I mean, if this $25 a month amount stops you from going any further on this channel, you're not serious about making money in this market. I mean, you got to be kidding me. You can't tell me that $300 a year is too much to really want to become a trader and a self-employed person. I don't buy it, and none of the other Gold Bagel members do either. Another thing to just let you in on, if you're new to this channel, just giving you a heads up, and this is a first. This has never happened before on this channel. It has never happened before. I launched memberships on this channel in March of 2021 because we were being overrun by trolls like everyone else was. And so one way to get rid of trolls is to make people pay to do commentary during market hours. And so I launched the Chillin' member level, the $10 level, back in March 21. At the end of the year, I launched the Gold Bagel level because I was getting requests, more and more and more and more requests from the viewers. Can you give me more? Can you give us more? Can you do something like this? Can you do something like that? And I thought, you know what? If I'm going to put in a lot more effort to do what I do, I have to be paid for it. It's time out of my retirement. I've got to work. I get up at 3:30 in the morning to do these shows. And so I launched the Gold Bagel level. And immediately a bunch of folks shifted from the one level to the gold level. And we've been going down the highway ever since. In the last month, the signs were coming right at me, like high beams being flashed at me on a highway. The number of Gold Bagel level members has been climbing faster than the Chillin' members. And the 2 levels of membership have surpassed one another. There are now more Gold level members of this channel than Chillin' members of this channel. In other words, more people pay me $25 a month to be here than 10. That's a mind blower. I don't know of any other YouTube channels that have this phenomena. I don't know of any others. I am aware many YouTubers out there offer $1.99 memberships and $3.99 a month memberships and $4.99, and some go to 10 and some go to 15. I have seen channels that ask for or offer you the chance to send them 100 a month, 150 a month. I've seen those. I have no idea how many they have, but I can tell you, I have two levels of membership. It's either $10 a month or it's 25. More people are Gold Bagel members than non-Gold Bagel members because of the added features. And so that's what I wanted to deliver. I want you to make a lot of money in this market. That is my objective in life. The richer you get, the richer I get. You guys make money in the market, you take all the classes. You make money in the market, you're a Gold Bagel member. You make money in the market, you have one-on-ones because you need to talk to me. You need to talk to me about, hey, I love you, Uncle B, and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. But I got other questions because what you talk about on the channel is a generalization for everyone. And my situation is completely different. And that's normal. And so people will reach out and say, I need a one-on-one with you. I'll give you $400 for the hour to have you on the camera over here. I'll be on the camera over there. And we can have a private session, either just the two of us or you and your significant other or your mom, your dad, whomever. And then there are those of you out there who will get together with a few other viewers and go, why don't the three of us or the four of us team up? And why don't we have a one-on-one with this guy on Sunday or Saturday or something like that? And just spend an hour with Uncle Bruce ourselves. You can do it any way it works for you. You let me know. Thank you for being here. Get rich, really rich, because I need some of you to be so wealthy that you have private jets. And then you're going to just give me a shout from time to time. Say, hey, do you and Andy Jen want to join us for a little private jet ride to Paris for this weekend? We're thinking of going some shopping and seeing some stuff, and walking the Champs-Élysées. And I'm waiting. I'm here. Any of you who have private jets, you get a hold of me. Jen and I'm sure, can find the time to somehow get together with you. So please get rich watching this channel. That would be a wonderful thing. Vilbas, I grabbed another 100 Sofi at 8:30 this morning, $8.30 right after the opening. 8:33 last trade. I've seen it as high now as 8.50 something already. Is that right? I'm just got to keep an eye on this whole thingy here. There's this thing. We're up 96 on the Dow. We're up to 8. We're at 836 on Sofi. The volume is 3.2 million. High of the day, 845 already. And I think it's going a lot higher. But, when? Don't know, but it's going to go. Let's see what gives. Charlie, it would take so much more to rile this homeless guy up. No lamp as usual. We're going to give Uncle Bruce silver hair by talking about Sofi being delisted, says Charlie. There you go. You guys want to rile me up, and I could just hit little buttons to delete you guys. I could just put you on timeouts. I could do that. I don't, but I could do it. Charlie, so just finished your Sofi news release. What am I hearing that it's from Sofi hits $20 a share today? Correct. We're rich by 4 p.m. Is this true? Not a lurker. Joe, it is not necessarily a bad thing. Cleaning the dead weight will increase the earnings report. We're all good with this move. There you go. Layoffs can be a good thing. Absolutely. It can be a good thing. DB, good morning, everybody. Uncle Bruce, impressive resume. Now I know I'm in the right place for learning how to write options. Getting close to writing my first covered call contract with guidance from the group. This is amazing. DB, I got your private email. I haven't responded to it yet, but I will. And I'm glad you're here and you're with us all. It's fantastic. It's a marathon. It's not a 100-yard sprint. So patience and just pace yourself. We're going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. We have Enzo Miene. I can't pronounce it. He's become a member. Welcome. The Big E is here. And we're talking about a Gold Bagel member, a brand new Gold Bagel level member of the channel. Welcome, my friend, to the show. The Big E is in the house. I love it. We have a bunch of fantastic viewers joining in. And it's great to see you come through here, guys. 120 thumbs ups and counting. continuing to accelerate the number of thumbs ups this morning, and we're adding members to the channel every day. Thank you guys for becoming part of the group. Enzo, welcome Enzo from Not a Lurker. Right on. Thank you. You can call me Enzo, Uncle B. You got it, buddy. Enzo it is. Bagel Babe, welcome Enzo. Hope you like bagels and money. Bagels and Cash, the PG rated channel, Profits and Gains channel. Some folks refer to it as. Great to have you here. Dude is saying to Beach Boy, Tony's still locked up. Christina's in the class, is still asking questions. Henry opened up that candy bar business and forgot all about options. And Uncle Bruce. Yeah, Henry and Christina, we lost them a long time ago. Bagel Babe, it's Enzo like Insomniac. Okay, Not a Lurker, 121. What did I miss? I'm on that thumbs up meter. Thank you, my friend. Beach Boy Enzo, welcome. Are you crazy enough? This is required genre. You got to be crazy to be here. Susan Shops, no one can do this stock market investing alone. Flint Creek says, I'm here. Welcome to the show this morning. All of you from wherever you are, let me know what thumbs up number you are today if you can. What's your temperature going to be today where you guys are? Are you guys into the winter stuff? Those of you in the Northeast, are you getting pounded where you are? Here in good old Palm Desert, California, I hate to break it to you, but we're at a chilly 37 degrees right now. We hit 36 overnight. We're going up to 61 today. We're going to be at 67 on Sunday, and we're at 71 next week, Thursday. So we're coming into a bit of a warming up mode, and it's pure sunshine, nothing but sunshine here. But where are you guys watching me from? What kind of temperatures are you figuring out there? Enzo, just saw Sofi had 3 analysts make adjustments. I have to see if they're upgrades or downgrades. BP, job layoffs is really a good thing. Layoffs mean shrinking economy. True, can, but it can also be prudent management. And remember, for Sofi, the smart thing to do in their case, and for most corporate America and Canada, the smart thing to do is to do layoff announcements in the new year. Do not do layoffs the last week before Christmas. Not a good idea. You announce layoffs in the new year. Sometimes you're doing it on purpose to get a new corporate year in the year of 2024 versus the year of 2023, because the corporate year of 2024 is what you can use to factor the cost of severance payouts, and you can annualize it rather than do it in the last month of the last quarter of the year. Smart accounting and sometimes smart tax planning as well. It's not personal, it's business. I don't want to sound cold-hearted. I'm not against anybody out there. Layoffs happen, and corporations have to do it the way it works for them. And they can talk all they want about, oh, we're just looking out for our best interest for our clients and our employees. No, it's for the investors of the company and the company as a whole. And this is a smart move for Sofi. There it is. JR, 41 degrees here in Cerritos, and I'm looking at a high of 62. Pretty cool here. White Feather, St. Augustine, Florida, sunny and 60 here today. Enzo, Beach Boy. Well, I did watch Bowfinger the other day upon the recommendation, so I'd say so. People will reel in their buying with less spending power. No job, no spending. Beach Boy, Enzo, they are saying anything, it's good. Sofi gets more eyes and ears. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I'm in the South. It's 37 where I am right now. Not a Lurker. Beach. Alberto is saying, snatched another 500. Sofi getting another stinker for another 500. Not super stinker, just a stinker. 825, give it to me. BP, I'm not smart at all. I know it's accountants and the pennies, but only really it's for shareholders. And that's true. Again, it's not personal. It's business, baby. It's business. In my opinion, if a corporation is run correctly, management that runs corporations should be shareholders. And it should sting management's pocketbook if shares don't do well. If they don't feel pain when stocks drop in value, you got the wrong management. That's my opinion on how it should be done. In this case with Sofi, Mr. Noto is showing me and is showing all of you he's serious about the stock price. He has bought stock constantly, and he's in to win. You think he's going to be a happy guy when his stuff is 20-30 bucks a share? Yeah. Personally, well off? Yeah. No kidding. Is he going to be well off? Very good. Beach Boy, Enzo, you're on double secret probation until Sofi speaks. BW, morning, Uncle Bruce and noobs. You won't be disappointed, just overwhelmed at times. We're the degenerate supporting group for Uncle Bruce newbies. FYI, the SPY is showing a battle for a triple top. Be ready to roll roll buybacks and what have you. Enzo, the screen with Eddie running from the dog in the parking lot was great. Same with the one of him running across the highway. So great. I want you to go to Starbucks. Yeah, I go to Starbucks, and I want you to get coffee for everybody. Oh, I can do that. And don't forget the spoons and the straw. Oh, I can do that. But first, I want you to run the highway, cross the highway 2 more times. Oh, so is Noto being made redundant? Question mark. Alberto Enzo, welcome to the Money Making Bagel Familia. There you go. Being welcomed from on high. Beach Boy, someone do something. There's a stock snatcher among us. Stock pods? What's going on? BW, in theory, the triple top pattern is one of the most reliable bearish reversal patterns out there. But markets do what they're going to do. Just watch out for bigger moves inbound in one way. Kirin, it's a 52 with light rain expected in Clovis, California. And Alberto is smiling. BW, this is on the monthly, by the way. Interesting. We'll watch for all of it. We have lots to follow here. I noticed SoFi at 824 right now, being offered at discount prices, and some of you are taking advantage of it. More power to you. We're up 71 on the Dow right now. We're up 6 points on S&P. We're up 6 on NASDAQ. We've got oil up 87 cents right now. It's 73.11. Rocket Lab down 13 cents. AI shares are down 21. Spiders are up 72, but the Qs are down a penny. GameStop down 5 cents. We got Apple down 110. Enphase down 90. The Netflix shares are off 426. Adobe's up $1.04. Nvidia's up 640 at 537.80. Tesla is down 265. Matterport down 3. Spire up 1.5. Make that 15 cents for Spire. Smart Rent down 5.5 cents. Owens Corning up 168. ATIP is up 2. Unity's up 55. A little bounce back there. Google up 56. Moderna's down 220 at 107.98. Cisco down a penny. Pfizer down 15. IBM is down 17 cents. HPQ is up 7. Microsoft up 278. 23andMe, 81.8 cents, more or less unchanged. Amazon is up $1.53. Home Depot up $5.65. Vanik Semiconductors down $1.54. Goldman down $3.50. The Boeing shares are up $2.67 today. A little bounce back. We're still only at $2.28 after having been just last week at $2.50 or so. We're at $2.28. Facebook, Meta, up $8.72. Target down 51 cents. JP Morgan is off 78 centinos. Costco up $3.48. Walmart up $1.50. Disney's down 25 cents. American Airlines down 7. AMC is down 11 cents at $4.93. DraftKings down 38 cents. And Royal Caribbean is down 61 cents at $122.96. That's what we have right here with a 48-point gain on the Dow Jones. Corinne, I watched Bowfinger yesterday as well. I couldn't stop laughing. It is such a funny movie. Dude, 9/24, September 2024, $8 outselling at an excellent premium, shares at a discount, 650, 660 range. And I'm guessing, dude, are you talking about puts, and are you talking about SoFi? I'm not sure. BP, SoFi dropping on the news of redundancies. Brian is saying it's 17 below in Calgary and it's snowing, and dude is saying keep it together 5 times in a row as fast as you can. There you go. You gotta love it. SoFi down a dime at 822, 821 range right now. I think this is a buying opportunity. I don't fear the downside of SoFi whatsoever. I think this move is a smart move. Um, from a corporate point of view, I still do not see. I do not see an official press release or any other news story at the moment out there about these layoffs. So I haven't got the. I cannot give you the details of the layoffs. I can't find anything. If any of you find it, you let me know. Dude says it's all about SoFi, Bruce. It's SoFi. The September 2024 $8, I'm assuming cash secured puts. You can write them and you would be buying the stock at 650, 660. I'm assuming that's what you're telling us. And as I say, sometimes I have to guess because I don't get enough detail. 818, 819 on SoFi at this very moment in time is what I'm looking at right now. 818, 819, 816, down 16 cents. Some are going to overreact because they do not know the implications of what's happening here. They see a headline and they fear the worst when actually it's the reverse. What can I say? It is what it is, though. Those who want to react have to react. Wanted to check one more thing here, see if I can get this to work or not. Yes, those of you writing cash secured puts, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for the stock to drop. It opens opportunities all over the place. So we'll watch for that. Those of you thinking of writing January 2025 cash secured puts, my quotes are behind. So I'm not accurate here, but I saw 10s approaching the 3 to 310 neighborhood. 7s are approaching 135, maybe 140. And if you're going all the way out to January 2026 for as much premium as you can get your hands on, I wouldn't be surprised if the 10s are now, these cash secured puts are going to offer you $3.75 to $4. The 7s maybe over $2 each now. We'll watch for that. But the lower the stock goes, the more money you can get paid to create cash secured puts on SoFi. That's just that simple. Or any stock, obviously. Any stock backs off. It's the same thing. We're up 61 on the Dow. Nothing much going on there. We're up 5 on S&P. We're up 4.5 on NASDAQ. We're up $1 on oil at 73.28. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad to see you all here joining me today from wherever you are on the planet. Do let us know, what temperature are you facing with? What's your weather out there? Are you guys in blizzard conditions? Some of you are definitely in not very nice weather conditions at all. Would be curious to see and or hear about that. Thank you all for joining me today. The thumbs up meter right now on this show is showing a number of 130. Thank you, everybody. 130 thumbs ups. Keep them coming, guys. And let's build that number. Fantastic, everybody. BW is going. It's a Wednesday, so watch them hold the premiums, even though you may see some decent or bigger moves on the puts. They hold them at times. So just use stink bids and let the market find your set sell buyback price. It's exactly right. If you've taken my lessons, you know about stink bids, stink offers. You know about things like the 90-10 rule. You know about the psychology of the markets. We've gone into this. You take my classes, some of which are an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours, 10 minutes long. You're going to pick up little gems of information here and there. And you're going to learn that there's so much more to the option market than just the bid, the ask, and the last trade. There is so much more. You have got to get inside the brain of the other person in the transaction you're getting into. You have to understand whether this contract is overpriced and is being gifted to you on a silver platter to write. You have to understand if it's not being gifted to you, you're not getting fair value. There are times to offer for sale contracts at a much higher bid ask quote. You might see a market of say 320 to 330, and you're going to offer your contracts at 349. You're not even anywhere near 330. You're not for sale until it's 349 because having watched my classes, it's in here. That's the price you have to get for these contracts. That is the fair value. It's possible that the 330 seller is a desperado that has a margin call and they're just trying to get out of a problem trade about something else. They're using this contract to raise some cash. You cannot get caught in this sucker's game where you hit bids and take 30 cents less on a contract. That is ridiculously out of your money, out of your pocket. That $30 a contract, you want to write 20 contracts, you just lost $600. You can't do that. You're paying $300 a year to be a member of this. You can't lose $600 on a stupid bid. No. And the same thing on a buyback. When it comes to buyback contracts, you have to use stink bids from time to time where you set the price and you are not afraid to change the price even after you've set a price. So if you're trying to buy back a call for $1.11 that you sold for $6 a month ago or 2 months ago, and within 5 or 10 minutes of you putting in that order, which is 10 cents below the market, the contract hasn't traded down there yet, but that's where you're waiting. You may find in 5 or 10 minutes that the market continues to deteriorate. You're going to pull that order. You're not going to buy at 111. You're not coming in at 101. You will pull back your buy orders because every dime you don't pay to buy back a contract times 20 contracts, $200. Now, look, if you can save $200 on the buy side and you can get $300 on the sell side on one trade alone, creating a call and buying it back, that is $500 in your pocket differential. We're talking serious money. You might be doing a trade every 1 or 2 weeks at that level. You're talking about not losing $1,000 a month to the option specialists who are there to take it away from you. Don't forget, you are trading against enemies that are morons, but you're also trading against enemies that are way sharper than you are. You have got to be on the upper end of the knowledge scale to get your correct fair share. Look, if you can score a $500 return more than the other guy, that just paid for 3 of your lessons at $150 a piece. Now the classes are free. You are making more money trading options than you would otherwise be because you took the classes in the first place. And you get to do these trades for the rest of your life, not just one time only. It's forevermore. And that's why these classes really are the kind of investment you have to make if you're serious about making money in these options. You have to do it. And it might pain you to part with some of your dough to take these classes, but in the long run, you'll go back and go, yeah, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that. Mechanics out there who are working on high-end performance engines and whatnot, they're glad they took classes to learn what they're doing. Doctors are glad they went to med school to make the money they're making now for the rest of their career. Accountants, lawyers, engineers, air conditioning specialists, any of the trades out there who've gone to apprenticeship schools will tell you, yeah, that was the best move I ever made. I became an apprentice, and 5 years later, I'm a full-blown licensed whatever, and I'm making the dinero, and I'm never getting laid off. Thank you very much. Option writing. Hey, you want to become a full-time option writer and be self-employed and move up into the middle class, the upper middle class, and beyond that class? You better understand what the hell you're doing and who you're doing it with or against. I'm just trying to give you a leg up from my little humble corner of this market. It's up to you whether you want to take that step or not. Welcome to the party, pals. It's not personal, it's business. I'm glad you're here. What else is going on? BW, Uncle Bruce, they dropped SoFi news on this news, and they use it as cannon fodder since SoFi is not profitable. Equals big call, open interest. They'll put in the money and big put out open interest. They'll put in the money. Got to watch the chains to see where they may go. Alberto, 817 stinker hit, sitting another one at 790, another 500. Bring it in, baby. Bring it home. Dude, Uncle Bruce, do you think Microsoft is now more secure than US bonds comparing the long-term charts? I've been writing put credit spreads on Microsoft. Seems like a safe underlying. Nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with writing cash secured puts depending how far out you go. I can't give you this 10-year treasury comparison. That's apples to oranges, but boy, you can sure take a lot of money off of Microsoft and Apple and Tesla and Nvidia and many others if you are on it. If you know what you're doing and you're paying attention to the market and you've put the time in to learn how this works, you will be handsomely rewarded for your time. I know for a fact that there are people here who watch me and they sit back and they go, I'm not sure about this guy. Is he just promoting his classes all the time? That's all he seems to be doing. And then some of you take the leap and you take a few of them, and then you go, well, I'll write a couple of contracts. What the heck? I'll give it a try. And then the money comes in. And then you go, oh, epiphany. I just wrote 5 contracts. I made $1 a contract. I made $500. If I'd have written 50 of them, I'd have made 5 G's. I have the money to do that. Well, I got to turn my thinking around here. This guy here, he's here to help me make money. He doesn't sell any mops or $20,000 option courses or anything. He has $150 courses. That's all this guy has. What am I afraid of? If you can't justify spending $25 a month for this and $150 for the odd class, you're not here to make money. You're just hanging around for a show. You're not here to make dough at all. The money available for you is endless. And what shocks people is where they start to write contracts, and they take more classes and they get more into it. They get into credit spreads. They get into condors. They get into poor man covered calls. They learn the secrets to buying the right contract, to write a contract against it. They get smarter and they get more refined in how they do what they do. And they begin to realize, when I do 3 or 4 at a time and I don't get a dime on that extra 10 cents on that trade, it cost me $20, $30. But if I'm following Uncle Bruce and all of his peeps over here, and I start to write like what some of these guys are doing, 100 contracts at a time, 300 contracts at a time, you score an extra dime on 300 contracts, $3,000 in your pocket instead of someone else's. And we're talking money now. We're now talking money. This is the kind of money that covers 10 years of this cost right here, $3,000. All the classes combined don't cost $3,000. There are people here on one trade every week or month or two that make more money in one trade that covered their entire expenditure to be part of this family right here with every class and one-on-ones, multiples, and being a member. And that's a fact. But you have to want it. You have to want it. And that's the bottom line. Thank you all. BW, I'm not a stock analyst expert at all, but I enjoyed dabbling in the charts and I noticed things, patterns kind of repeat, but I slept in a Holiday Inn Express last night too. And that's why I know so much. Alberto, sitting on 10s, cash secured puts, January 19 premium of 309. Take me out, please. Take me out. Bagel Babe, some days I can't tell if I'm the moron or not. Spicy. Android, Uncle Bruce, is it a good time to buy puts on GameStop, to buy puts on GameStop? No, I mean, I write calls, write cash secured puts, always. Alberto, that was easy. Luca, nice one, Alberto. Luca, I'm comfortably sitting with my arms folded, waiting for my AI, poor man cover calls to shrink out. There you go. That was easy. Alberto, Luca, this was hybrids advice. Like set stinkers at intervals, working so far. Luca, got a few on that. I'm enjoying watching Luca folded arms. Luca saying, definitely, Hermano, I want every penny I can get out of those. Alberto, squeeze that quarter until the eagle screams. JR, woohoo, the computer fan is racing. Let's go. Luca, no kidding, Alberto. Take the dinero and get all of it. They're handing it to us. 822 on your Sofi now. Bottom of the market was low as 814. We've traded 8.9 million, still quiet, and we're now at 822, down a dime. The Dow is up 23 points. The Rocket Labs are at 530, down 15. AI is down 57 at 2773. Spiders are up 34. Qs are down 17 cents. GameStop down 11, and Sofi down 11 right now. Giddy up, guys. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. Thank you, those of you, and welcome to those of you who have joined this channel in the last couple of weeks, becoming members, no less, not just subscribers, but now becoming members of this channel through the Gold Bagel level member. 137 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you all for doing that. Make sure not to get caught by Strickland. He is wandering the halls looking to hand out pink slips to any of you out there who he catches that have not yet thrown the thumbs up button our way. Don't let Strickland catch you red-handed. If you don't mind, I'd love to see us push the 200 level today for thumbs ups. 192 are here. Welcome, 192 people who want to make money. That's as simple as that. Welcome to the show. All the markets have just turned green. We're up 16 on the Dow. We're up 4 on S&P. We're up 9 on NASDAQ. Oil up 94. The markets are turning green here. Stocks are beginning to recover. We're only down 6 cents on GameStop, and we're only down 7 on Sofi. Both of them are coming on right now. Rocket Lab is also coming on, as AI might be recovering a bit as well. We have a lot to watch here. Apple only down 84 cents. We got Netflix down 235. It was down to 477.50. It's 479.70. So we've had a $2+ pop over there on Netflix already. Adobe up 36. NVIDIA is at 539.74. The all-time high was set this morning, 541.86. This company now is a $1.3 trillion company, NVIDIA. Don't know how much more upward mobility it's going to have in the immediate term, but at the moment, 539. Those of you out there who are doing credit spreads or doing iron condors, you have the option anytime you want, the luxury of doing a rollover on your NVIDIA, going forward a month, going forward 2 months, raising your strikes on your calls, staying with this market or ahead of this market. Always be doing that. Don't let the market get past you. Catch up to it and stay ahead of this market. Tesla down 295. Matterport down a couple of cents. Nothing on Spire. SmartRent down a nickel. We've got Unity up 78 today. Google up 37 now. Moderna looks like it's a little better. It's down just 273. Cisco is unchanged. IBM just down a dime. Microsoft up 475. And we have a guest coming into the facility here, coming into the studios here in Palm Desert, California. Into the broadcast, the world broadcast studios of Stock Markets with Bruce. Auntie Jen has arrived. How are you today?
Good. You got a little bit of a mixed bag going on today.
Yeah. The markets have just kind of gone green now on the big indexes. We're watching to see.
Come on, get back.
Yeah, we're at 829, 830 on Sofi. We got down to 816. They announced layoffs overnight, 7% head count. But we're not sure if it's 7% of the software technical writers.
Mm-hmm.
That would be about 100 people, or is it 7% of the entire corporation? That would be 300. But no matter what it is, there are people on Reddit and elsewhere who are predicting that a layoff of 300 would be a 5 cent a share a quarter profit increase.
Payroll's your most expensive.
Yeah, and for SoFi, they don't have branches, they don't have vaults everywhere, they don't have security guards, they don't pay property taxes for every branch, they don't have to clear parking lots from snow, they don't have all these expenses. The expenses of SoFi are their head office staff, 4,200 people. And if they're dropping 300 because of these takeovers they've been doing of other companies for the last couple of years, they're finding redundancies, lower their headcount, make the entity more efficient, add 15 cents a share profitability on top of the profitability that they're expecting, we may have a company making $1 a share next year. I don't know. What if that is the case? Now the question is, you're making
to a happy one.
you're making $1 a share profit. Do you trade at 20 times earnings, 30,
Right. Yeah.
40, 50? Because if in 2025 the thinking is $2.50 a share in earnings, they go from $1 to $2.50. Why should it trade at 20 times earnings? It might trade at 60 times earnings this year and be at 30 times earnings next year at $75 a share. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing.
I'm an emoji.
It ain't going to 8. It's not going to 6. It's not going to 3. No, put a 0 behind these. It's going to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You figure out the number. I don't know. But I know one thing. They're making more money this year than last year because they didn't make any last year. They're making more money the year after than this year. They're going to make more money the year after that because they're growing at 40% a year. Hello? Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Not to pay for all those football commercials.
That's right. We're at 8:30 on Sofi, so whoever's selling it here, I'm so sorry for these people because probably, most likely, they're speculators. They're not investors. They were following who knows what. They were influenced by an analyst. Someone said something. They're worried that this layoff thing is the end of the company. Whatever wherever their head's at. But you know what? You got to have winners to have winners. You have to have losers. To have buyers, you have to have sellers.
That's right.
You can't go from $8 to $80 in one trade. You have to have the run, and that means the turnover and the in and outs and the worry warts. There's always someone out there on the other side, and those of you scoring this stock, I commend you. Well done, everybody.
And sometimes we just have to shake our head, going, why is this person selling it to me at this level? Or why is this person buying this from me at this level?
And I remember,
understand their thinking.
Oh gosh, I remember days when we were brokers, Jen and I, and we would be buying up some stock on the open market, and we'd be looking at each other going, I can't believe we've been able to buy as much of this stock as we've been able to get. I just can't believe we've been this fortunate. And then a week or two, a month later, the stock is 50% higher. And we're just looking at each other going, can you believe it? Remember that day when we were buying all that stuff?
Sold out, or
we were just buying and buying and buying. And we were trying to tell the brokers around us, you should get your clients into this. And they were going, yeah. I'm going drinking with a friend of mine. I haven't got time. I haven't got time to work like you work. I don't have the time. And we would stay after hours and make phone calls. We'd make calls from our house to our clients at night and let them know. And when a client gets a phone call at 9 in the evening from their stockbroker in 1984, they're going, why are you calling me at 9:30 at night? What's going on? And we're letting him in on news that we've come across. But they're just going, thank you for being my broker. I know a friend of mine who has a broker who never returns his calls. That's right. It's unbelievable. We saw it all. Folks. I'm telling you, crazy. Thank you all. We've got comments coming in here, left, right, and center. What's going on here?
Everybody's glad it's Wednesday.
I think
it's
so.
It's really cold. It's very cool. It's and the way you have your own reference points for what is how heavy is 2 pounds? Well, it's 2 things of butter.
Yeah.
And well, the reference on cold is that today is an inside recess day. They won't let them go outside.
Schools in Calgary, you're not going outside for recess.
It's not cold enough to close school. You still got another 10 degrees to do that.
We'll hold school. We have school open, but you can't go outside for recess.
But at minus 30, you can't go outside.
That's too cold.
Yeah.
Minus 40, we shut the school down.
It takes you half of the recess
to get dressed.
Getting them dressed and then undressed.
Yeah. And these kids come back in the class covered in snow.
Oh, yeah.
And everything starts melting on them. So now they have wet gloves, wet boots, wet socks. Got to get them undressed and get all that crap off of them and then get them in the class and keep them dry.
We used to have once a month the moms would bring in a snack to give out, and it was Rice Krispie cookies. Kids love Rice Krispie cookies.
They love those.
But it was cold out, so they had their mitts holding on to the Rice Krispie cookies as they were eating.
The wool mitts. Remember the wool mitts where the wool clings to the...
It was just like in Trading Places. You get these kids trying to separate the cookie from the wool.
Oh, no.
And then you have to help them take it off, and you're like, I don't want to touch that.
Then you got those kids with those gloves on, whether they're wool or they're leather or plastic gloves or whatever they are, and they wipe their noses, and all the snot comes across and it freezes. They come in the school with the snot frozen on their glove. They don't notice it. And then they're back in class and their mitts are hanging off their jackets and the snot is melting. Disgusting, isn't it? Yeah.
And then you get the little kids who they put everything in their mouth.
Oh God.
And so you have the ear flaps with the string coming down to tie the two.
Oh no.
And
no.
Now I have to get in there and like undo the knot.
Oh no.
This kid's had it in his mouth.
Oh no. Oh God.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
You got to get over this oral fixation.
You make a note.
The joys of winter.
You make a note of the boys that do that, and then you tell your daughter, "Don't date that guy. Don't date that guy. Don't date that." Don't.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's acquired skills. You don't know. And my mother with my parka. Oh, I used for all of winter. I would have a little scab in my chin, where she'd pull up the zipper and catch
their skin in the zipper. Ah! Being Canadian was not easy. Enzo, I bought some Sofi calls for extra leverage with money I got running Sofi covered calls. Expiry for every 9 on those calls.
Nice.
Hoping for a nice pop on the run.
Nice.
John Anderson says, hello, Richard. Good morning, Auntie Jen. JR, Enzo, selling cash secured puts does the same thing, and then you have time working for you instead of against you.
Right.
So there's that trade, my friend.
Your friend.
That's right. Lame duck. I just got back from my doctor. The nose, ear, and wallet guy said I was old and broke. So come back when I get richer so he can charge me more. Go figure. Yeah. JR, good morning, Auntie Jen. Luca, good morning, Auntie Jen. Enzo, JR, I can't write puts without level 4 options in Canada for some reason. It's really stupid. I'm working on trying to get that opened up for me. JR, Enzo, bummer. BW, options buyers are the casino goers, knowingly facing crazy and crap odds. Options writers are the casino. They sell the insurance. Never buy the insurance unless you're able to, or unless you are buying back to roll or take profit. Yeah. Chop pays.
You're on the right side of it.
Right. Mandu, hi, Auntie Jen from Mandu number 5. Kaiser Trip. I think the sell-off is related to BTC. BTC and the spot ETF approval. Okay, BTC is about to explode. Some are projecting BTC
was that this morning?
To double or triple this year because of the BTC ETF spot ETF trading. Because what is that? I know what ETF means. What's BTC? I don't know.
There's an ETF this morning where they came out and said that they were going to be doing this Bitcoin on it.
Bitcoin? Bitcoin thing. But
then they were scrambling. The talking heads were scrambling, saying, they were hacked and it hasn't been approved.
Yeah, if you don't know my opinion about Bitcoin, get the hell out of there. Stay the hell away from that. You're a moron if you're in there. Get out of there. Anyway.
It's frightening that they were able to be hacked.
Oh, God.
I think
scary.
It might have just been their X account.
Millions of investors of Bitcoins have lost billions of dollars due to fraud, breaking the bankruptcy of trading exchanges. It's just scary. Alberto, how you doing, Auntie J?
How you doing?
JR, Enzo, maybe your account isn't big enough. I had the same problem until my balance was at a certain point. The Savage of Wall Street. Hey, how you doing? Boom. Sold 2 Tesla, 225 cash secured puts for Feb 16. I asked for $10 and it's filled. Let's go. JR, frozen snot. Oh man, what we learn on stock markets with Bruce and Auntie Jen. Oh God. Alberto, the Savage, nice work. Premio. BW, look at the got for Sofi to its trampoline line of 832. Problem is it still keeps falling off that support. No needs to come in and tighten the springs for higher bounces or higher support to the 9 Rebel.
That's it. It's a trampoline.
Enzo, imagine those kids with the snot on their mitts growing up to be your money managers. Oh, the horror. That's right. The Savage of Wall Street, give me some Tesla at $2.15 so I can sell 235 cover calls and ask for another $10 for 2 or 3 weeks out. Laugh out loud. Is this legal? I love this. Splair, howdy do, and good morning, everybody, including Auntie Jen. Savage of Wall Street, my kids eat their snot. It's kind of gross. Yes, they will be their own portfolio managers. Think about that.
That's right.
Ew. BW, rumors of SEC approving a Bitcoin ETF that the major banks wanted. It is a fake ETF. Bitcoin.
It just makes you shake your head and shiver.
Yeah, laugh a lot on the Bitcoin thing. I'm with you, dude. Spare, I'm a moron. I'm in there. You can't stop me. BW, they ran up, and retail fear of missing out at these highs.
Yes.
HF, hedge funds use it as a slush fund, and they have millions now stuck in thinking Bitcoin will go to $100,000.
And
Crap,
FOMO,
garbage.
You really got to step away from that if you can.
God, gotta get away from that.
You do what you want to do in the market. You don't get married to the stock.
Bitcoin. Oh, God.
You take your profit and you walk away.
Get out of there. Just get out of there. BW, is that a question on your Series 7? What color is this sputum and snot? Spit and snot. Dude, NVIDIA, MSTR, Mara, Coin, RO, right. That's it for me. I'll just play the players in the game and not hold the actual stuff. Seems a no-brainer to me. Of course, I bought a long time ago. You can dump those guys. Just dump all those shares and just write credit spreads. You don't even have to own the stock, and you can make money on the options. Right. You don't need to tie up thousands and thousands of dollars in these shares when you can trade credit spreads multiple times, puts, calls, iron condors, and make the money. Yeah, and don't play the what if these shares ever go to the moon game. Forget that. Oh, God.
We've had our once in a lifetime.
Oh, Lord, have we seen some crazy stuff. Yes, we did. Look at SoFi, unchanged. 632 now, 832, pardon me. 832, 632, buy, 832, keep buying. 833, up a penny. Look at it go. Yeah, I'm so excited.
That's in green.
We're green on SoFi. We're green on GameStop. We're up a penny there. Rocket Lab down 11. AI only down 21 cents. We're over $28.
Just it is easy to
This is easy. That's easy. That was easy. Spider up 57 cents. Qs are up 49. Here we are. Apple is down just 71 cents at 184. It was down to 183.90. It's 184.40. Apple is turning around. That's the big boy. Enphase down 206. Netflix down 470. Adobe is up 20. Nvidia up 890. Tesla up down 213. Welcome to the party, pals. The markets are green. The Dow's up 40. S&P's up 4. Nasdaq's up 18. Oil up 93 centinos.
Little middle of the week bump up.
A little
bump up.
After the first hour, we're going up. There's no sell-off here. Very interesting. Look at SoFi. 835 could easily go to 9 today. Not saying it will, but we'll follow it. It's okay. Those of you out there with options, keep your eye on it, and let's see how it goes. 836.
You know what I forgot? I didn't bring him.
You didn't bring the thingy. You didn't bring the thingy
tomorrow.
Today. Tomorrow, she says. Tomorrow. Everyone here is talking about Bowfinger. Many references to Bowfinger because they've been watching it the last 2 days.
So funny.
So hilarious.
You're gonna be a big star.
You're gonna be a big star.
He just does it so well.
Oh, man. So hilarious. 837 on SoFi, up a nickel now. Gone green again. We were there this morning. The high of the day, 845. Here we go. We're coming on. Let's see how it plays out. Welcome to the party, everybody. Dude, Uncle Bruce, preach on. I'm with you. I just see BlackRock entering, and I'm going to sit for now. I've got tons of credit spreads on NVIDIA and some on Coin and Mara. Very much I am with you on that. BW SoFi, 30-minute chart is showing a rising engulfing green candle. Here we go. The RSI is rising, and Stochastic is curling in bullish move into a crossover. Technical stuff I don't bother with.
All I heard out of that was curling.
There's just more. There's more buyers than sellers. That's what I see. 838. We're up 6. We're going higher on your SoFi, kids. And I am not surprised to see it at all. The sell-off was a joke and an opportunity some of you took advantage of. 15, 17 on GameStop, up a penny. We're up 6 on SoFi. We're up 87 on the Qs. We're up 87 on the Spiders. AI just down 14 cents now, 28.16. We've bounced back again. Rocket Lab down a dime, 535. 1.9 million. We bottomed out at 527. Here we go. We're coming on Rocket Lab, going for 2 million volume. SoFi volume now 11.6 million. It's quiet. That's not active. GameStop 700,000. Not active. Yeah. Sellers have walked away. They're gone. They've been taken out.
Yeah.
They came in. They sold. They're gone. That's it. There are no more. 840 on SoFi. Here we go. We're climbing again. Giddy up.
They saw it. They conquered.
Giddy up, everybody. This is fun. Enzo, the Laker girls were the unsung heroes of that movie. They had not had video footage of Eddie flashing him. Chubby Rain would have never gone out to the public. There you go. Chubby Rain, baby, that movie. Within the movie. Oh, man, that was fun.
Chubby Rain and the Laker girls.
I just loved how when they decided we need to hire production crew. I know what to do. They took the van out to the border. And
four guys?
A whole bunch of Mexicans were running into the United States illegally. They grabbed 3 or 4 of them, brought them into the house. They spoke 0 English, and they're showing them how to operate the electronic equipment and snap the scenes and run the cameras. And at the end of the movie, they're talking about Apocalypse Now, and they're talking about this movie, different exposures, and how they queued up the sound to the picture, and they're now experts in movie production.
Making a movie without him knowing
speaking
making a movie.
Fluent English at the end of the show. So funny, just beautifully done.
So
Steve Martin wrote that. 840.41 on your SoFi now, climbing yet again. Thank you all. And BWC stock markets in plain English, you don't need all that charting. The markets tell you what to do. Did you sell any cash secured puts on the dip this morning or are writing it out, peeps? Enzo, they said they need to get the best production crew they could find, laughing out loud. The best, hardest working production crew. I know where to go.
I know where to go.
We'll grab them right here.
These guys are already running. Just get in the van.
Just get in the van. Here we go. Oh, so much fun. Alberto primetime tonight. Love the primetime session.
Yes.
7 o'clock Eastern. Join yours truly. Stock markets primetime live with Uncle Bruce on Stock Markets with Bruce. Gold Bagel members only. Become a Gold Bagel member right now. Upgrade your membership from regular to gold and join us tonight. And if you can't join us live, don't worry about it. You can watch the rerun of the primetime show anytime you want. You can watch last week's, the week before. You can join us live for the pre-market show every morning for Gold Bagel members, or catch the rerun. Up to you. Alex, number 155 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. Good morning, everybody. I've been very busy with work. So sorry I'm late. I'm delighted to see the 816 stink bid I set on SoFi hit. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Stink bid save lives. That's right. Stink bid save lives. Oh, is that a beautiful buy? Well done, sir.
Did you tell them, talking to Alex, who we met a couple of times, that we met a couple last night?
Oh,
not last night, yesterday.
Yes, we had a couple come into town from Wisconsin.
What the name is that they use on
they generally don't comment on the air. They were saying to me, we generally don't. We just watch you, and we really enjoy your content. We watch you on TWB. That's how we found you. And now we're watching you also on Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the desert, my friends. Great. We had a good time yesterday. Enzo, I also like the only time Steve Martin takes him out for food was when he stole the actress's credit card. I will never deceive you.
I will never
BW, remember that TV miniseries in the 80s Uncle Bruce called V? Well, there are a lot of V formations showing on the charts. Market reversal in 1 hour, no sellers, but will there be profit takers? Is this fun, noobs? Are you having fun with us?
I know V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. Come in. I love the production crew too, and the dog walking in the parking structure with the high heels.
The dog was brilliant.
Frog was brilliant. Blair, just in case, wishing you all a great week, except if I get really sick, then I'm tomorrow maybe here. At least it's cold here. Hang in there, Blair. Hang in there.
Better,
keep it going, buddy. Make it work. 8:37 on Sofi.
Watch out for stiff mittens.
That's right. Watch out for stiff mittens. Oh my God. We're up 54 on the Dow. We're up 8 on S&P. We're up 37 on NASDAQ. Welcome all to the party today.
Wow.
So fun. So much fun. Bowfinger. So many little things. When you watch the movie a second time, you see many, many little things you missed the first time. And
it's
then
like Austin Powers.
Yes.
Speaking of Heather Graham, she was in
Austin Powers. That's right.
So funny.
Austin Powers, you have to watch more than once to get all the little things. Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, in my belly.
BW, who's an IPOE original gangster investor on this channel this morning? IPOE original gangsters. I'm not sure what's going on there. Splair, I'll try my best. Brian, I remember SPACs. Splair, where are you all watching Bowfinger? Just look for, streaming services. I don't know.
I just did a search on the TV and it brought it up.
That's right. Brian, number 156, thumbs ups. Good morning, everybody. We were just talking another movie we have to watch again, Bull Durham. We're going to have to watch that one.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You have to watch Bull Durham at least once or twice a year. You forget all the little things.
Bull Durham, you have to go to Slapshot.
Oh, Slapshot.
Slapshot.
As a Canadian,
the best hockey.
If you want to,
you don't care. You don't need to know.
If you want to pass the citizenship test and become a Canadian, you got to watch the movie Slapshot. You got to know that movie.
It's so good that it was written by some player's sister.
Yeah, that's right.
A professional hockey player's sister wrote it.
She wrote the screenplay. So IPOE was Sofi. Do you remember that? BW, I have enough to remember, and I have so much to forget. What can I say? Dude, Bowfinger Baby got the DVD. Laugh out loud. I've watched it way more than 2 times. Richard, Galaxy Quest. You got to watch that one. I started with IPOE, says Richard Carlin. Beach Boy, IPOE. Come on, man. Enzo, it was such a good parody of Hollywood and the industry.
Right.
Alberto, laughing out loud. Guilty as charged. Cindy, you have to watch Blades of Glory. We've seen that with Will Ferrell. Oh, crazy insanity. Alex, veteran reporting in. I've learned so much since those days.
Yeah.
And his sidekick actor. I keep forgetting his name. Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby and the other guy.
And they did Step Brothers together.
Step Brothers. Oh, they did so many. Riley. Yeah, that's right. Bill Riley or William C. Riley.
Somebody's. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's him.
Great actor. Yeah.
Great actor.
So much.
Don't remember his name.
Just the characters. Just know the characters. Yeah.
That's why you have to have Benedict Cumberbatch. You remember that name. Benedict Cumberbatch. Right? Falls off the tongue.
we were just watching Love Actually a week or 2 ago, and all the one-liners there. Oh, so much fun.
Yeah. I know. These movies live on and on. Little gems that the writers put in.
That's true. Bobby Atkinson, Slapshot teaches us not to talk during the national anthem. There you go.
If you get a penalty, you go sit in
you feel ashamed. You feel shamed. John C. Riley is the name. You sit by yourself and you feel shamed. JR, watch out for snot mittens. One of my family's favorite home movies was of my sister wiping her nose all down the sleeve of her coat. We would lose our popcorn over that one. Oh, yeah, baby. The never-ending snot trail that just wouldn't stop. Yuck. Yuck. BW, kids don't do drugs. Become a rock star, and they give them to you for free. There you go. Don't buy drugs. Yes.
These pens, they can even write on glass.
Yes.
I have a little, Billy.
We all have little tricks. Billy Mack. Billy Mack with the Christmas #1 on Love Actually.
That's right, kids.
My God.
Listen to your Uncle Billy.
Pat Merkley, I'm only lacking 3 classes and a matching crazy 8-ball. Any deals for lessons above number 15? There you go.
That's right. You need the 8-ball.
Yeah.
What am I doing today?
You gotta buy them one by one now. The deal ends at the end of this week for the 5 for 4 deal. And congratulations for those of you stepping in there and filling in the gaps. we've been helping many of you do that. Yeah, 839, 840, 841 range on the SoFi shares.
Slow but sure.
The volume now is 12.5 million or so. We have bank earnings coming out starting next week. The earnings season for the banks is coming up, so we'll be watching for that. The Dow is up now 72. Looks like the high of the session now. So we're climbing a little more on the Dow at least. We're up 9 on S&P. We're up 38, 39 now on NASDAQ. Oil up 97 cents. Here you go, kids. Markets are getting better. We're up 8 on GameStop now. Up a dime on SoFi, 842. High of the day, 845. Rocket Lab only down 9 cents. It's coming back on. AI is positive, plus 6. We've turned around completely. Is SoFi winning yet? That is the question. There you go. We're up on the spiders. We're up on the Qs. Apple is down only 76 cents. And we're watching a lot of red turn into green now all over the place. Some of these stocks are just down pennies instead of dollars as of now. So way to go, guys. That's it. Right at the moment, we have thumbs ups now. Last reported number is 100 and update me 158. There we go. 158 thumbs ups have now come in for the show today. Thank you all. 42 more, and we've got 200. If you're watching on the rerun out there, hit that thumbs up button for us and give us some forward momentum. Thank you all for that. You guys are awesome. BW Rowan Atkinson in the jewelry shop with Alan Rickman, but I don't want a Christmas box. Flash of flashes. We'll be ready in a flash of flashes. Blair, I'm about to finish my break, so our favorites have to move higher, please.
Okay.
Not a lurker. That's Alberto. Gotta go, y'all. On Discord, maybe you can end the session anytime now, Uncle Bruce. I'm out of here.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Alberto. I was almost 20 minutes ago, 151. That was weak from you guys. 20 minutes, you only gave him a few thumbs up. See, Alberto, Blair's watching. Don't make Blair mad. Help Blair out.
And he's already not feeling great.
He's not feeling great, and he's here. Help us with thumbs ups, please.
Let the boy be your dog.
Let the boy be your dog. Oh my God, Hurley He Boy. Do you remember that skit on Saturday Night Live?
With Adam Sandler.
Yeah, with Adam. Hello. Can I be your dog? Please let me be your dog. Oh, funny. Down 8 on Rocket Lab. We're up 24 on AI. GameStop up 14. SoFi 844, 843, 845. The high of the day, 845. We're right there, 12.7 million. The selling stopped. Look at that. Isn't that something?
I'm going for coffee.
Uh-oh, Jen is heading out. I got to say my goodbyes. Jen, you enjoy your cup of coffee.
I will. You guys have a good Wednesday.
Yeah, 6 days until a new hip, baby. 6 days away. Woohoo! We're getting there. Awesome sauce. Right on, folks. Thank you for joining us today and hanging out with us. And let the boy brush your grandma's hair. He's a good boy. Oh, the Hurley He Boy. Those skits were crazy funny. Enzo Rowan Atkinson spreading petals in the box and stuff at the jewelry store was priceless. In the flash of flashes. Yes, BWV patterns are going to hit the opening SP here in a few on tons of tickers. Will they bust through or hold? Wednesday put call ratios are being tested today. Do they gamble bearish or do I gamble bull? Splair, you too, Auntie Jen, enjoy the coffee. The big E, neat. There you go. Zzz, at the very end there. We got the knee emoji attack going on, everybody. Thank you all for joining in. Don't forget to hit the knee emojis to let the Knights of Knee know you are respecting their power and authority. Knee. Here they come from around the world. The knee emoji attack is underway. Knee. Absolutely, you must honor the Knights of Knee. Oh, yes. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast. Easy peasy. That was easy. Oh, yeah. Corinne. Neat. JR. Neat. Brian. Neat. Gilded Bagel Enthusiast. Neat. Alex. Neat. Don't forget the knee emojis, everybody. You want the stock market to go the direction you want. You have to honor the Knights of Knee. Do not put them down. Do not second guess those people. They're serious. They mean it. Splair. Neat. Neat it together. Neat it together. Dude. Neat. Too much fun around here. Thank you for joining me today and helping to clown around with us. Hope you have a good one today. My daughter turns 3 today, says Brian. She wanted to have a present under her bed for when she woke up. It's so cute. Do you remember Jen Jr. being 3? Oh, yes. Oh, we don't forget those memories. BW Fed just light the ignition. Geez, off they go. Natural market moves going on here. But we do trade in a lot of shorted stocks, too. We see swings like this on our tickers here. GameStop 1637, please. Splair, it's working. Neat. It's working. GameStop 1537 right now, up 21. Sofi 846, up 15. High of the day is being set on these stocks right now as buying is coming in. BW, oh, AI, holy shnikes. Off it goes, Uncle B. AI 2902, up 72 cents. There you go. We're in the 27s. Now we're in the 29s. 536 on Rocket Lab, only down 9 cents. GameStop up 23 and SoFi up 14 with a high session of 847. We're moving higher. Learn how to write cash secured puts, how to write deep in the money, how to buy deep in the money calls and write poor man covered calls. Learn option writing. Credit spreads on calls and puts, iron condors. Take the classes, everybody. Give yourself a chance to compete with the rest of the option market, to be smarter than 90% of these guys and take the money like the institutions are always taking the money. The opportunity is there for you if you want it. Giddy up, everybody. Fed rocket ship, laughing out loud, says, dude, giddy up. 62-point gain on the Dow. We're up 9.8 on S&P. We're ahead 53 on NASDAQ. And oil is up just 64 cents. That's it for oil. Just 64 cents. Very interesting session. Oh, that's good stuff. Finishing the coffee and wrapping up the show. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time. If you're one of these kids over here, join me. The majority of the members of this channel are Gold Bagel members. Come on by and say hi tonight. Let's see how this market reacted all day long. Compare notes. Ask me questions on what your strategy should be next. We'll try to cover it for you. Thank you all for saying hi to me. And thank you for those of you sharing my short videos to friends and others out there. I appreciate the exposure. I know a number of you talk about my channel on other live channels. I thank you for the promotion. It's appreciated. It always helps to expose the channel to noobs who don't know what we do. They have no idea how much money you make. They don't know how much money you make here. It's unbelievable. If they only could smell it, they only knew. Anyway, there you go. BP, BlackRock cuts 600 staff as asset managers defend profits. Waverly saying goodbye. Brian, if Uncle Bruce eats a bagel, this market will go to the moon. There you go. What can I say? Thank you all for being here and joining me today. We'll watch this market as the day wears on. And I'll see you guys tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time, live with Uncle Bruce Prime Time. Thanks again. Goodbye from Palm Desert, California. And we'll catch you here later, everybody. Here we go. BW saying highest call and put volumes are on NVIDIA and Spiders. 475 have the 475s have 250,000 daily volume already on the call side. Yes, trillions of dollars change hands every week in the option markets, and it's definitely happening there and elsewhere. Take your share of the money. Okay, guys, we'll see you later today at 7 tonight. Thank you all. Catch you later.